Well, alright. Hello there everyone and welcome back to part 25 of our career in the JNSQ system. So now let's head back into our save JNSQ exploration and let's see what we can do. So, last time we had just done some science with the materials for the experiment, and we had started designing a lander that would land on the moon. Now, and most importantly, return back home. Now, due to the Strategia mod, I have a strategy which gives me rewards when I accomplish first milestone, the milestones for Moon. And returning from it is probably one of the last ones that I still have to do. So in order to get that bonus, the landing mission, the lander must be the next one. Like I can't send an uncrewed lander there, or I complete the strategy and I probably wouldn't be able to do that anymore. I think. I don't know if it will like complete automatically, but I want to keep it like that for a bit. So basically I need to get 90 science to unlock the tech node with the fuel line and other tankage, which is this one. And I need to do this, I need get some science. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna try to collect science from many biomes. So I'm going to start with another couple flights of Sapling 5 of Sawdust 15. One will complete the Mr. Glue experiment in the atmosphere and in the low atmosphere. The other will do it in the water. And then I'll do a third flight to try to get to the grasslands near the KSC and observe the into science there. So now here we have our experiment. We did the 2 parachutes for the slow descent. Let's have a look at the science archives. Now let's go by experiment. Where is it? Here, material study. We have it landed. Oh, it's not biome specific, but it's available splashed, so I'll do that for sure. And we have still 1.1 science points for flying low. Now, as far as Mystery Goo is concerned, landed and splashed, but not flying high, nor in space high. Now the light, might, and sight, and whatever are all specific to the space. And might is probably completed in space low, and it's never been done in space high, it seems. And Mystery Goo. Oh yes, I already checked that. I wanted to see about like radiation scan. Yeah, that's biome specific. It is biome specific. It's been done on the coast, on the western sea, and on lowlands. I think the same is for pressure. There's a lot of pressure data to be collected flying low. Oh yeah. Can I configure the probe to carry a barometer? Configure amend experiments, telemetry, thermometer, Geiger counter, light, might, sight, none. Okay, none. Okay, maybe telemetry report. Maybe telemetry report. Pretty good. Okay, science capacity. There was no edit button, so I think I misclicked something. So I'll get out and redo it. Maybe so that's 15 edit. Or maybe because that stuff does not count as edits. Well, whatever. Data capacity, okay. Science here. Not that. Can put it here. Then we are going to tank. And now we want to start testing the survival engine. Now put it in a bolt tail configuration. Gray shroud. Pins. And these ones as usual. Oh, I can't put them. I want to put them on the engine itself. So that I can then make a subassembly. Let's try something weird. Yeah, no way to do this. Our usual operations, putting them lower. And I'm going to save this stuff. Yeah, it does not allow me to modify it. We added it to build list. I don't know why. Now I have two. Now can I do scrap? Think so. I hope they gave me some money for that. Alright, so roll out. Let's wait for the day. Since we have solar panels on board. Now, SAS, full throttle. Now, let's put everything into waiting mode. The 2 telemetry reserve port. Oh, because this is a dual probe, I think. Okay. Hmm. Um, Now, the next thing I want to check is science archives, which are here. Filter by current vessel. In particular, I want to go to now. Temperature has been done kinda everywhere. Not about the sea. Otherwise, it's been done everywhere. Pressure is still to be done in many places. And so let's go. So now this counts as midlands, as lowlands. I'm going to turn a bit. Not too much. Not too much. Oh, this sucks. Okay, we should be able to complete at least the materials by experiment. And I haven't done any pressure logging while splashed down. Interesting. Oh no, that's temperature. Yeah, but temperature hasn't happened either. Oh no, in the sea it has happened. So anything running? No. Okay, so we got one science point. Not bad, not great, not terrible. Is there any contract decent? Now the TD18, I think that's too big. Orbiting Kerbin. Oh, things in orbit. Test an engine in orbit. Test the parachute. Flying on Kerbin. Yeah, I don't believe you. Neither do I. Okay, I like this. Now let's take Sodas 15. Let's recover it. Now next we are going to the sea. Oh, come on, it's unfair. Why can't I modify stuff anymore? Oh, it was hidden. Yeah, I'm stupid. Okay, so now we have to fit a TS12 stage separator. TS12. Okay, this one. Now I'm going to put it here. Offset it up here, and it's going to be fine. Now fill, save edits. Let's do the usual warping. Again. Okay. Roll out. And let's wait until daybreak again because of, well, no, I can launch it. I mean, we actually have electricity for the mystery good to run, so this should not be a problem. Now, what will probably be a problem is trajectory. So now let's do our best to fly that correctly. Okay, we'll start with an ascent and then slowly turn. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's, oh god, it's too stable. Now it's unstable. Crap. It was not good. Are we logging any data? No, we are not. We wasted a flight. And we're stuck up here. And we have to wait. Because right now we are flying low over Lawrence. We're also out of fuel, so we'll probably crash land on the engine. Hopefully it survives. Uh, Come on, just 1.5 kilometers to go. Almost there. Okay. We are on the ground. So our problem was mainly in control. So I think if I guide it more carefully, I should be able to actually reach the sea. Let's see what to recovery. There an option to refill and relaunch? I don't think so. Okay, let's add a fuel tank, just because. And fill this tank. Okay, save edits. And staging is messed, so I'll have to fix it during flight. Okay, worked here, worked there. Oh, just 6 minutes, that's fast. Hard. Roll out. I launch anyways. So another problem we had from last time was that we were going too fast, so I got to throttle back a little. No. Also precision control and correct staging. So, yeah, vessel complete. Now let's throttle to just here. Would be good. Okay, that's preferable. Now we have to go gently. Because every time we start going mad, it's all efficiency losses. And we can't afford those. Yeah, nice. This is a good trajectory. Oh. Unstable. We are unstable. Come on. Okay, please. Yeah, no, we are going vertical. All because we lost control in those last stages of the flight. Ah, that's frustrating. Oh, please. More weight. Yeah, these will be probably boring streams. And we're also back with a usual nightmare of not being able to actually reach this. If I have enough torque to roll my way there, I might actually try to do that. But you know what? I go crazy and just try to build a rover. I don't care. Maybe I have rover wheels. Okay, 500 meters. The sea is just there. Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah. No, there are the ins. Okay. Back over to VAB and let's attempt something different this time. I just want it to work. And it will. Okay, now let's go here and see what we can do. It will be ideal to have wheels I don't. So, okay. Now let's have a dual hex. Okay. I Science Junior. Then another hex. Then 2 reaction wheels. One here and one there. Now let's have copious amounts of batteries. There. Then I have solar panels. We need those as well. Mystery glue, of course. Glue. Here is one. Now, I still don't understand what this is. But I'll try to bring it. Well, no. Okay, and this will be in a more protected spot, like this. We also have the barometer. One is configured. Now, one probe will be configured with the telemetry and 2-Hz thermometer. The other with Geiger counter and none. So we have all the experiments available to us, save for the submersible bathymetry, whatever. Antenna. Let's have an antenna, because of course we have an antenna. Put it here. And finally, let's get a big decoupler. We don't have a big decoupler. I'm sure we have a fuel tank. Yes, we do. And what's the impact tolerance? 6 meters per second. So this is actually kinda fragile. Now this weighs 1 ton. Now, I'm not sure this is the best option. But I don't think we can do much better, because this is the only part I have. Now let's see if I can filter by diameter. Here, okay, I have some stuff, and that's the biggest stuff I have. Can I do a ring with like trusses? Would be weird. Now let's call it rover. No, oh no, it's not a rover, it's an ant one. And which part is going to be the mystery glue, the materials bay? I keep calling it mystery glue, I don't know why. Save and launch. Now it's time to do things seriously. Could have called it a sawdust as well. Oh, and I forgot the decoupler. For the contract. Coupling. This one. And also, yeah, no, I'm taking the bathymetry experiment. I still don't understand why it didn't work last time, but maybe this time it will. Now I really do have everything. can warp. Get it to the pad. It's quite light. I mean, probably this is gonna be fun. And there we go. Okay, so now let's take a safe approach. And let's roll down the pad in this direction. Okay, now let's go here. Stop. Rotate. Okay, the journey begins. And weird shit is happening. Oh boy, 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 boy. Stop right there. This is gonna be long. This is gonna be long. Okay. Maybe if I go slow, I won't have problems. Okay, by bouncing it thinks I'm flying. Okay, short circuit on a battery. Fuel leak. Another short circuit. Oh boy, tumbling, tumbling, tumbling. Why doesn't it rotate anymore? No longer. We aren't out of electric charge. And we're facing the wrong direction. How can I get to see if I can't even turn? We're probably just too fast. This idea sucks. Yeah, I'm going to do a normal recovery because this won't work. Now let's go back to rockets. Back to rockets, back to rockets. I probably made a mess with the stability on Sodas 15. I mean, that's obvious. I did a mess with stability. So let's see if we can do anything about it. And this is what says my stability is. Now, full priority is about the same. I'm going to prioritize this tank. I mean, I'm not going to abolish this tank. Put a bigger one in. With a low priority. So now it's going this way. Finally, bigger fins. Oh, and I'm going to have actual things that can be actuated. So now they actually steer the rocket. I'm sure this will be enough. Pretty sure this will be enough. I mean, this rocket is now big. Modifications. And rollout. Okay, launch. Wait, I'm pretty sure I completed the contract for the Muna map. That must be the source of that money that I just saw. Let's check now that we can. Yeah, that's fantastic. Amazing, amazing. Right, SAS, 2/3 throttle, and ignition. Now we have a rocket we can finally control, even a bit too much. But this one is going to go see. Oh, the fins are not exactly symmetrical. reduce deployment altitude a bit. Well, that was just enough. Let's see if we can glide a bit. Oh yeah, we can. Take some velocity going down. The nose back up. Yes, we can glide a bit. A little bit. I'm going to open my parachute at 2 kilometers. Well, no, now. It's more than enough. Okay, now we are reading. Oh, shit. Open now. The stuff that needs to be done. Okay. I don't think I'll be able to do those 9 minutes, but at least after them. Okay, now this will be good. Are we transmitting data? Yes, we are. Finally, some good science. I went too much time without a new science experiment. $300 meters. 200. 100. Let's stop the warp. And we hit the water. And we have science to run. The materials-based study was depleted. This is this sucks. It also means we get to do the flight another time. Okay, so lessons learned is that parachutes are usable. Science is not. I thought it would be refurbished automatically. Apparently it wasn't. So let's do that. Hello there, Mr. Minio. Hope you're having a good day. Alright. We did a little bit of science. That's incredible. Now this really feels like KSP again. And we can refurbish the rocket Sodas 15 for the next science flight. Once again, headed to the sea. Now, in all my stupidity, I forgot to do the contract. Even though I could do it. Okay, so we do this bit. Where is it? Science. Here. Solar panels. There. So now let's have a check for science options. Okay, so now pressure still has to be done. Many places, especially the coast. Same for flying. Temperature is done everywhere. Or I have a partial Modlist in the video description if you're interested. It's not really complete, but it should give you an idea of what I'm doing here. And soon I'll be doing the materials study as well. Okay, now this is full again. We can do all of the edits. Okay, let's work there. Work again. There, rollout. Okay, let's go chase those 3.6 science points in the water. And then I'll be doing something in space. Okay, now let's check that all the experiments are turned on. Telemetry report. Yeah, okay, everything is good. SAS, position control, 2/3 thrust. Yeah, we can go. Seems we are not going today. Let's just swap out the engine. So recover to VAB. I mean, one of the purposes of this flight is to test the swivel engine so that it gets some experience and it's more reliable when it comes the time to actually use it in a flight hardware. Yeah, it's a slow process. Is there any other testing contract while splashdown? Orbit, flying. Oh, launch site. Launch site. Immediately. That's just free money. Okay, swivel. Board tail gray. Then TT38K separator, Ant engine, I think that's what, oh no, the flip. Engine with no fuel at all. Great. And we can save these modifications and go. Let's get this built. Oh, sun, that looks good. It's a good sign. Okay. Great. Launch. Now, let's check the test conditions for all the engines, basically. So, first we're going to do it flee, and it wants us to do it via staging. Good. Then this one again via staging. Excellent. Okay, free cache. Now, next comes the actual scientific mission. So, throttle up, devices are set to waiting, and launch. Immediately start a gentle gravity turn. Then we're going to go 45 degrees. Then even a bit lower. Throttle down. Because we don't need to waste fuel fighting against drag. We really don't need to do that. I think the best strategy to fly far is to fly slow. Yeah, now we're getting to the sea and we still got some fuel left. Flame out, gliding. Flying low northern sea. Parachutes. We'll ensure that reading is taken fully. Okay, short circuit and a battery. Uninfluential. We've got plenty of redundancy. coming down slowly. The pressure reading is almost done. Yep, there we go. One kilometer more to go. So, hundred, 300 meters, 200, 100. Oh, now transmission is complete. And now the most important phase of the mission starts now. First, we are gonna begin the materials bay experiment, and that's all we have to do here. And then we have the TS12 test, which will happen right now. One more contract done, one science point gained. Now we wait for the mystery crew to be done. Probably the batteries won't last enough, so I have to interrupt it. Maybe, but not for long. Yeah, they're running out. 3 minutes. I'll stop it at 100 units of electric charge. Oh no, it's done. Recover to VAB. Well, 2.6 science. We cover this. We cover that. Now, for the next round of observations, we'll go to high space. But I want to see where it actually starts because I don't remember. Because this is the JNSQ system, everything's bigger, so I assume it's different than the usual one on Kerbal. So I want to go see that. Is there anything in a highly elliptical orbit? Yes, there is. Sibling is 3. That's too high. Well, I'll fly stuff until I find something that's decent. Probably I can't even control some of these. This is not controllable. Oh, let's go check Oak 3. The engine is dead, I'm pretty sure, but the electrical system should still be functional. Probably. Oh yeah, it is. So now we're here, Kerbal space high. Let's see, what's our periapsis? It's 1900. Let's go here. This is not space low, yeah, it's still space high. And that's the lowest thing I have, so yeah, I'm not gonna discover that anytime soon. Not this way. Okay, anyways, I estimated some around 900 kilometers. So now let's go plan our missions. What are our objectives? Our objectives are to build a satellite that can observe a mystery goo, observe the materials in high space, return that data, and then have the propulsion section stay in orbit and act as a relay for future missions. So that's what we're gonna build today. And also hopefully launch it. Vehicle assembly building. Now where is my mission file? Okay. Have I saved OhC11? Yes, I have. Now this is what we're gonna be based off. I want to, first of all, we are gonna increase the sample capacity to 8 slots. Does this have a reaction wheel? No, but it doesn't matter, because it's gonna orient itself in any case. This is 1100 kilograms heavy. Now that's quite heavy. Now I remember it was attached to this second stage and it had a delta V of 2880 meters per second. Now our target is and this got to orbit with 1000 meters per second to spare. Now let's see. Now we are gonna rebuild most of it. I was thinking that let's not base it around the return capsule. Let's base it on the satellite. Now let's have the punk, the satellite that we're gonna leave in orbit as a relay. Gonna have an X, compact, no shroud, I guess. Gonna have a reaction wheel in case the one on board the probe fails. We're gonna have a KOS core. We are gonna have our 2 antennas. Which are gonna do what satellites do. We're gonna make it do the job of the relay. Okay. Now this is the relay satellite. Now let me check. I had some notes on how much delta V is needed. Now, in order to get to its orbit, it needs around 700 meters per second of delta V, so this is actually good for tractors as relay. Hello there, Toby Fox. Hope you're doing fine. Now we're gonna have 2 sets of batteries. And some solar panels. Like that. So now this is the satellite, and let's call it OhK14 or Sapling 6, because why not? So now this is the relay satellite, and I don't think it has anything wrong. Now we're gonna have a decoupler as light as possible. Now this is going to have most of the other things. Now the action wheel is not longer useful since it's back there. We can now fill this thing with batteries, specifically 8. Now first a ring of 4. And then a ring of 8. Then 2 reserve antennas here. This will also make it look very good. And extra solar panels. Now we have like emergency solar panels there, which means I'll just fill this side with a stripe. Solar panels here. Now these needs to get staging checked. And first it's gonna ignite the engine. Oh, I need to enable crossfeed. If I can do that. Okay, right there. I don't know why I can't do it for. Why can't I don't know why I can't do that for the radial ones. This is weird. Can I do for these ones? No, I can't. Weird. But I think that's actually balanced. Okay, so now we have proper delta V here. We're gonna get to orbit in this tank. We're gonna do science. We're gonna jettison the return capsule. What I lack is the mystery goo. Now, how heavy are the solar panels? They are 5 kilograms each. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 25 kilograms. So if I put a mystery goo around here, it's gonna be roughly balanced. Now remove this battery from symmetry. This is gonna be roughly balanced. Okay, so let's have a mental check. We have the relay. So this thing gets to orbit, mostly on this field, performs the mystery goo and material bay experiments. It separates, it goes in a slightly suborbital trajectory, detaches that, the return capsule, which brings science home, then goes back to a high orbit to act as a relay with this part. Now this has a good delta V. In particular, this stage is going to get the 2 kilometers per second to get to high orbit. Now this needs around 800. I think this needs around 1,800 meters to get into orbit. So it should be able to do to get into orbit and then do the transfer to high space. Do I have a KOS score here? Oh, no. Yes, I do. Can I reach it? I think I'll have to put it somewhere easier to reach. That's better. Now the antennas are in a weird place. Okay. Now this looks good. As I was saying, this one is going to get to orbit and it's gonna detach everything. And it's gonna have 800 meters per second of delta V left to enter orbit and a high orbit, which should be enough. I need just that. So in one way or the other, this mission should not have many problems. I want to see if I can get. There's a problem in the position of the decoupler. And I want it exactly that way. Lastly, I want to see if I have any small fuel tank to add a little bit of extra capacity to this tank. Here. Do I have the OhScrap? An OhScrap B would be ideal. In this, it's like 100 meters per second, I think. Yeah. Yes. And I can put batteries on a less awkward spot. Mr. Ego can go here. Batteries can go back to an 8 symmetry. And Sapling 6 looks good to go. Yeah, let's do this. Now save. Now let's open March A rocket, which is on the top. Integrate. Now we are just gonna use the first stage. We are not gonna have any shroud. Where is it? There. Let's have a staging check. Do the new things cost less? 640, 500. They cost a bit more. Are they lighter? You can't see it with the chart overlay. 307. Oh no. No, I'm keeping the old fins. Okay, now let's build this and launch it. This is gonna be fun. Excellent. Roll out. And launch. This is an ambitious mission. Okay, now SAS. Precision control. Staging check. First stage, second stage, well, boosters. First stage, second stage, the return capsule, relay. Then, do I have all tanks filled up? Yes, I do. Now, KOS program, open terminal, there. Copy path, 0 colon, detect, run, detect. There we go. Close this, close that. Ignition. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, that's not good. I'm dumb. Oh, yeah, we got weird stuff happening. Oh, that's a fuel leak, I guess. Could have been worse. Okay, recover to VAB. Well, most stuff survived, despite my absolutely botched, let's say, launch. Yeah, I should have actually just detached the booster that was firing. Oh yeah, I know what I have to do. I have to get a safety procedure that has first so that I have to establish a safety procedure where at launch the staging goes to boosters, to decouplers, and then only after the decouplers in a separate stage I have the core, and so that if I need to quickly get rid of the two boosters in a case of a failed launch, I can do that without activating the core. And then the core just gets moved to that stage mid-flight. Okay, edit it. Now, that's basically the payload section, so I think that the things should be pretty straightforward. I have to get a new tank because the current one is leaky. Okay, both antennas are gone. Okay. No more leak tank. new tank. Now let's do the electricals. Battery. Like that. Two, three, four, five. And finally the two antennas. So communications. Antennas. Okay. So that should be it. Now staging. And this is proper new staging. Let's integrate the Marsh A, a new Marsh A rocket. So boosters, booster separation, core stage, second stage separation, second stage firing. Okay, save edits. We have a path recognition. And a rocket to repair. We can get it to the pad. And now hopefully can get into space. Okay, SAS, precision control, stage check, resource check. Where is my ablator? I'm going to roll back. SLS moment. I don't want to risk exploding on re-entry. So we refill the sheet. Okay, ablator goes up, and that's it. Yeah, very useful. Roll out once again. Hopefully we can now go. Okay, SAS, precision. Staging is good. Resources are full. Yes, they are. Okay, now let's load our pre-abscess detection script. Then we can go. Okay, so copy path. PE detect. Run. PE detect. Close terminal. And let's go. Okay, successful ignition, so we can prepare the second stage for firing. Upstream detection. Ditch precision control and go to brute force one. Staging. Gravity turn. That's some serious aero forces. Worst part is over. Yeah, we still have a parachute, hopefully. Luckily. Nothing nothing exploded, I think. what's the field priority? Field priority should be this tank. Yeah, so 21, 20. Okay, so now we are in space, which actually starts at 31 kilometers, contrary to what I believed of at 85. So, staging, deploy antennas. That looks cool. Now we are less than 1.5 minutes away from apophysis, so ignition of second stage. Go back to 10 degrees of elevation. Five. 3 kilometers per second. One more to go. Back to 5 degrees of elevation. Okay, we can go flat. That compression sure looks weird, but we have to live with it. Okay, we have achieved a stable orbit. Now let's wait for new signal acquisition. And for sunlight as well. There we go, breathtaking. Now we can't begin observations just yet, and we have plenty of delta V. Now what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the next periapsis, and then we're going to raise our apophysis to 900 kilometers, where I guess high space starts, but that's purely a guess. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, experiments have already been done here. Nothing new. For now, mission is going very well. Let's also set this to high priority. Okay, now this fuel tank will be joined as well. Hello there, Spaceflight Simulator Gaming Union. Okay, now please reacquire signal sometime soon. Excellent. Now prograde. And let's get a 900 kilometer apophysis right now. Oh yeah, I have to do the trick where I go back to the Space Center and then I reload the craft because I still haven't learned how to use KOS properly. Like I've learned to write that one program in KOS, which, I mean, is very useful, the one that automatically cuts off the engine during orbit circularization. That saved me countless missions. But I mean, my KOS ability has really literally stopped there because I don't even know how to make it that work properly. I can do it. I can barely make it work, and it works, but it doesn't work well. It just works, and that's it. I mean, it's still useful. Alright, sapling 6, sapling 6, sapling 6, fly. Okay, there we go, pointing prograde, ready for our burn. Point prograde. Target is 900 kilometers. Let's say 1,000. I have the delta V in any case. Cut off. Expose the solar panels properly. And now we warp. I really want to see where the boundary is. Remember, we are going to observe the mystery goo and the materials in high space. And I need to know where that starts. Okay, 300 kilometers, nothing happens. 400, nothing happens. 500, nothing happens, but we have some really nice opportunity for photos. That lighting is perfect. So now let's go to 600. My guess is around 900. We're a bit before, okay. 700, nothing. 800. Oh, there we go. Space high begins at 820, 800 kilometers. And science can start. Let's have our panels pointed correctly. And look at how beautiful Kerbin is from up here. You can really see a lot of it. KSP sure is beautiful. Oh, I love this game. I must never forget why I love it. Yeah, we're going to be able to complete our experiments without any problem. change the attitude just to have some nice, just to get some nice pics. Oh well, no, not really. I'm going to keep it that way. All that matters is solar panels. Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Electric charge is barely being used. These raw solar panels sure is doing its job. Okay, mystery glue has been completed. Materials bay will follow soon. Just 5 more minutes to go. Or a bit more. 2 minutes. One. Come on, just 25. You can do it in the next 21 seconds. I can re-enter next uplapses. Well, I'll do that anyways. Come on, 13 seconds, 12. Oh, bandwidth is below 900 kilometers. 2, 1, 0, completed. Excellent. Now, where is that boundary? Probably 850 at this point. No, not even that. 140, 830, 820, probably just 800. Yeah, 800 kilometers. Good to know. Now, data. We have 5 slots of data, which we will transfer here. Now, mystery observation is here, and so is materials-based study. Perfect. Now, we have done our scientific observations. So now next up is re-entry. To do that, we'll use the engine to deorbit the spacecraft. So let's warp to just before our next apoapsis. Now we'll use the engine to deorbit this. Then we'll decouple it. Now there is something I don't know. Now then we'll decouple it. However, yeah, I'll send it. Okay, so I'll aim at a periapsis of 0 kilometers. Then I'm going to point prograde and decouple it. This way it will roughly be in the correct orientation for re-entry. And even if the staging gives it a kick, it won't be a problem because it should still be inside the periapsis should still be inside the atmosphere. So now let's perform the deorbit burn. Perfect. Point prograde. Now when we stage, we are going to get this and that to activate. Let's see, all parameters are good for the parachute deployment and staging. Now I'm going to point a little bit. I'm going to reorbit this, and to do that, I'm going to point it, okay, this way. Now we are back in orbit, and we can now switch spacecraft to this thing, which is now completely passive. And also with a weird camera. Okay. Now let's take a photo of it. Oh, it's gonna be near the KSC. Oh, it's totally in the wrong orientation. Hope it's fine. Please be fine. Please don't die. Oh, it's definitely dying. Yeah, that's a failure. That's a mission failure. I want to see how this goes. I know heat shields produce a lot of drag. Let's see how this ends up. Will this survive re-entry? Also, the parachute is probably not exploded yet, or it would have told me otherwise. Yeah, no, this is not gonna survive terminal velocity. Or is it? Still slowing down. I think it can go down to 50 meters per second. Even lower, maybe. Heat shields have exceptionally high drag. Why is he going to chase camera? Adios. Okay, so now, taking station, and let's get the relay into high orbit, I guess. I'm targeting a 2,000 kilometers orbit, circular orbit, and then after we've done that, we'll end the stream. Now, it was really, what a shame to lose the science data that way. I guess we learned the lesson that we need to get a reaction wheel on the return spacecraft, and I think we'll do that. I mean, the return spacecraft needs control. But I really don't understand. I mean, it barely turned at all. I was expecting it to do like a 180 degrees turn during the course of that half orbit, but that didn't happen. That's weird. Probably due to persistent rotation mode or something like that. I don't know. Let's just get this done. Well, one upside is that, well, no upside, because the stage can't be controlled. Otherwise, I could have performed the orbit, the periapsis raising maneuver just now. Well, I can do it any moment, really. Can do it anytime I reacquire signal, like now. Do I have fuel left over here? Yeah, a bit. No, engine failure. And that's the end of the line from this mission, which is, I mean, the relay is on a garbage orbit, but it's not bad, at least. I mean, it will be able to do some good. With that, let's go back home. Sad. Well, things could have gone better for sure, but I think well, most of the mission was actually quite relaxing, or at least it was to me. So I think that when next time we'll actually succeed in getting the science down to Kerbin, will be even better. And I hope you enjoyed the live as much as I did, and until then, goodbye.